Let's take a closer look at why the Red Bull RB19's top speed is so much faster than the competition. F1 cars have a DRS system to reduce drag on certain parts on the track. This generally increases top speed by 15 to 20 km per hour. The Red Bull now is around 30 km per hour faster. If you want to know more about how to design a DRS system and how it works in detail, check out my other video below. In summary, we can say that to increase the DRS delta, so the speed difference between DRS closed and DRS open, we have to put more load on the flap. If the flap then opens, we lose this downforce and hence drag, and the DRS delta is bigger. You would usually do this with a rear wing flap with higher camber, and this is what we see on the RB19. They heavily stress the rear wing flap and lose this downforce when enabling DRS. But there's more to it. Up until 2013, there was a beam wing right above the diffuser outlet. From 2014 to 2021, a beam wing wasn't legal, and with the introduction of the new 2022 regulations, the beam wing came back. For F1 aerodynamicists, that meant that also the old beam wing ideas came back. That means that the rear wing, beam wing and diffuser support each other to maximize downforce. If you develop this a bit further, you can bring it to a point where all three components can only work together. In other words, if one of them loses downforce, the other two also lose downforce. So I can intentionally design a heavily stressed beam wing, which is close to separation. I can do this again by using more aggressive camber, longer chord, or simply just one element instead of two. So a rear wing with closed flap creates low pressure underneath, which helps the beam wing to keep its flow on the suction side attached. If this low pressure increases because the driver opens DRS, the flow cannot follow the aggressive beam wing suction profile, and the flow separates. If a car then has an aggressive underbody and diffuser section, which can only work with the increased suction of the beam wing at the diffuser exit, then also the underbody can lose downforce and hence drag. So that way, the DRS flap starts something like a chain reaction to reduce downforce and hence drag in all three areas. And by the way, since 2022, the diffuser is a lot bigger and more powerful than before. But working with separations is a tricky game, because separations depend on ambient conditions. So it means that such a system can work differently in hot, dry weather compared to cool, wet conditions. And also, developing a flow system with controlled separations is tricky, since you need a very good correlation between CFD and track. If reattachment of all three areas takes too long or is just slightly delayed, the driver can lose confidence in the car, or worse, huge accidents can happen. Also because the aero balance shifts to the front when DRS is open. So instead, teams work on a system that doesn't just separate all three areas, they try to gently reduce some downforce when DRS is enabled. This could be a slightly earlier trailing edge separation on a beam wing and diffuser, which would still keep the flow attached, it just doesn't provide as much downforce as before. So developing such a system is pretty complicated and needs very good tools and correlation. Red Bull showed in the past that they have the ingredients to design something like this, and it looks like they optimized their car in this direction again. See you at the next video.